All right, hello. This is Josh Heath. I am the Chief Operations Officer at High Level Games. I wanted to do a couple of videos about the Storyteller's Vault and creating community content on the Storyteller's Vault. So this first video is going to be about templates, kind of looking at what resources and what templates are available, deciding which one makes the most sense for you, and going from there, showing you how to download it, how to open it up, and what to look for, and then what to do with those templates from there. So the first thing you do, obviously, is you go to the Storyteller's Vault. That's storytellersvault.com. And from here, you want to go on the left side of the screen to Resources for SV Creators. Click that, and then we waited just a second. So you've got tons of stuff here. You're probably going, oh my gosh, I don't even know what first thing I want to grab might be. So I'm going to suggest a couple of different things. You can look through here and determine what template you want to use. And I would say, okay, you want to use 4th edition. Vampire 20th Anniversary Edition is what they mean by the 4th edition templates. And there are a couple of different templates, but you've got the clan book templates here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the search box 4th edition and just search. It's going to give me all of the different template options for 20th Anniversary Edition, or what they're calling 4th edition. So I've already purchased this product, but I'm going to show you step by step how to get it. You go here, it's free. So it's great. You don't have to pay anything for it. You've got everything you need. You're also going to probably notice that underneath here, you've got art packs, you've got other graphics, you've got other suggestions. I would download every single one of these art packs because there are hundreds of pieces of art that you can use in your products. It doesn't make any sense not to use them. And then when we go by and do a video about how to actually do some layout, you're going to be able to see from there. You're going to be able to use that art basically. So anyway, 4th edition templates, get it free. Then you go through and you purchase it. Now I'm not going to hit the checkout button just because I don't want it to yell at me and be like, you've already done this. It says you've already purchased this product. It's true. It's in my library. So if you want to in the future, you can download these again by going into your library. You see all the different books that I've gotten here. And I've got quite a lot of them, but I'm going to type in 4th edition. Got my 4th edition art pack. I've got my 4th edition templates as a whole, and then it's actually got separate clan book templates when I downloaded those. So right now, you can click download, and it's going to download the entire series of templates. And then we wait for the templates to arrive. And eventually they get here. Right now they're not. Now they're here. So you should be able to see, okay, I've got these here. They come in a zip file. So you're going to want to unzip them, or you're going to at least want to drag and drop them into a folder. You can do that wherever makes sense or works for you. For me, I'm just going to play with them right here inside this. So this gives me gives me a couple of different things. The first thing you see here is Mac OS X. If you're using a Mac, your templates are in the Mac folder. It should be fairly obvious, but I'm making it clear. If you're using a PC like I am, you can ignore the Mac folder completely. So I'm just going to go into VTM 4E, and you've got a couple of different things here. You've got your Word templates, so your Word cover template, and your interior template for Word. Now I'm going to open these up just so you can see them, but I personally don't use the Word templates. I use the InDesign templates. That said, you can use these. If you have Word and you want to use these templates for Word instead of doing the InDesign templates, you can do that. These work fairly well. If you have a pretty decent new computer system, you can use these, and they're not drastically difficult to use. They're not my preference. I would prefer to do layout in InDesign because it offers you a few more tools that I think are useful. But if you want to do a basic source book, you can use the templates here in Word just as easily as you can anything else. So that's a basic design of the template. So that's the interior of the source book. And they separate the interior from the cover for a couple of different reasons. One, when you are uploading the product to the vault itself, you need to have a separate image of the cover. So it's helpful to have that separate. You can basically create the interior. You can use the interior to create the entire book if you want to, but I generally do things in both the interior and the cover folder files, I should say, for a particular reason. And we'll be going into that a little bit. So you can see you've got the inside and the cover. Now, when you have these, the first thing you want to do, you've just downloaded this, you go into the source book, you click Document Fonts, and you're going to want to install every single one of these fonts. So you open it, you click Install. Now, it's telling me I've already installed this, right? So I don't need to do it again. But the first time you do that, you're not going to have any of these fonts installed. So you're going to want to install these because these are the actual fonts that White Wolf uses. So if you want your book to look like something that White Wolf would have produced, you'd want to use these fonts. And I have to tell you, you don't want to use Calibri or Arial or any of those fonts that come natively on Word for your product, because it's not going to look very good. The other thing you've got here is links. And these links are different images that are present in the book. So if at any point you have InDesign tell you, oh, I can't find these links, you can use this folder because these are the links it's talking about. It's talking about the images that you're looking for. We'll get into that a little bit later on as well. But I wanted to mention it, that that's what links is. It's talking about specific images that are in the InDesign files. So I'm going to open these up. And this is for the source book. So as you can't see because it's on my other screen, but I'll get it here for you in a second, is this is opening up in InDesign. So give me just a second and I will move this to the screen where you can see it. Okay. So this is your InDesign file. And you can see, just kind of like the Word file, that there is a cover design space. And then you've got your White Wolf layout. You've got your credit section, your special thanks, all of the things that you would see in a traditional White Wolf book are here. And all of these different elements, all of these little widgets are things that you're going to use for different sections of your source book. So for example, this paragraph style sidebar is something you can grab and use those elements for later on in your book layout. And this doesn't provide you, it at first probably looks like, okay, well, this doesn't give me everything that I need, but it does, because it's giving you a regular stock page, which is what this is, and you can use these pages for, you can use this basic page for all of your pages later on. We'll get into that. We'll talk about what this box means in a later broadcast, but I wanted to just do the basic download, and this is how you're just getting into looking at things sort of broadcast, which is what this is. So this is your inside of the source book. I'm going to close that. Nope, don't want to save any changes. Okay. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to go into the cover. Cover is the same basic idea as your other, as your inside file. So you're going to click on Document Fonts. You're going to want to install every one of these fonts. And it doesn't matter in the end if you never use any of these fonts. Like I don't use Minion Pro Regular usually for my layouts, but you want them in case you decide, hey, I like that font, I want to use it. Or, dang, this font in this White Wolf book looks a little bit better. What's that called? Oh, here, I've got it already. Again, you've got your links, and your links are different graphic elements that you will have. You know, I just realized that I'm putting those on a different screen, so you can't even see them. But there it is. That's one particular image. This is another one. These are different things that you will have that you may need to grab. So you want to know where they are in case you need them later on. So you'll see that there are two different InDesign folder files here. The first is your InDesign markup document. This is if you have an older version of InDesign, you want to always use the InDesign markup document. If you have the newest version of InDesign Community Cloud, like I do, you're going to want to click on the regular InDesign document. For some reason, InDesign never opens on the right screen for me. So here it is. This is your cover. And you can do all your cover stuff in here. See, there's your front cover and your back cover. And that gives you really all the different things you need to do your entire book. Now, that's just the basic information. I'm actually going to do some layout in a different video. I don't have a ton of time tonight, but I wanted to throw this up to show you what you would need to do to get these particular files and what they look like and which ones you're going to want to use. So if you have any questions about that, you can ask me in the comments, or you can send us a message on Facebook at High Level Games. If you are my friend and you want to let me know, hey, I took a look at this and I have some questions about it, go ahead, feel free to. So I think that's everything. That's for the VTM 4th edition templates, how you get them, what the basic setup looks like. So I hope you have a wonderful day.